Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your John here. First off, I'd like to apologize for not making a 12 video yesterday. I opted to not make one considering there wasn't really anything to talk about in it, so I feel like it would have been a pointless video. Second thing is, today's video, which normally would have been a Vault the Glass video where we talk about all the stuff coming with Vault the Glass, I'm going to delay that till Monday because today a leak was made known that's actually been in circulation for a while. However, this leak is very accurate and has some validity to it. I would like to note right now, if you somehow misclicked on this video, we're going to be covering some Season 14, Season 15, as well as some Season 16, aka Witch Queen leaks. If you're not interested in being spoiled at all, click off the video now. Some context I'd like to give with this leak before we jump into it is that this leak was made in Season 12, like halfway through Season 12. This leak is pretty sizable and contains a lot of already known information, and so if there's stuff that's already known, I'm just going to skip over it. I recommend that if you want to either read along with me or see the stuff that I don't end up covering, that you go to the direct link in the description down below. Also, in terms of the validity of this leak and why I think it may be real, is because this leak, apparently there's actual screenshots of this being in circulation before April 24th. Now you may be wondering how the hell this has gone under the radar for so long, and that's mainly because this leak was only shown off in a Discord, and then since then it's sort of been hush-hush under the table, been passed around in a couple of small Discords. Until today, which it circulated back to the r/Raid Secrets Discord, and then it was posted publicly on the r/Raid Secrets subreddit. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about this leak. So the first thing of note here is that they state that there will be a brand new dungeon at some point during this year, which is kind of expected. At the bare minimum, I expect Bungie to deliver at least one dungeon and one raid per year. They didn't go on to say Witch Queen raid spoilers. Savathun is not the final boss, nor Xivu Arath and nor Quria. And while this does have some validity to it, we do find out in some leaks for Season 14, we do find out that Quria at some point during the season is either going to be killed or severely hurt, as well as Savathun has a potential to become our ally in the near future. Next up, they state that as a major Witch Queen in Year 4 story spoiler, they state that Osiris was replaced by Savathun at some point. She's behind most of the events this year. We find out about this in Season 15. She will give us the real Osiris back if we rid her of her worm. And then it seems like there's more, but the screenshot cuts off. Again, this is only like a quarter of like a huge document of leaks, and we don't have access to the full thing. And this statement right here makes a lot of sense. One of the things that's being heavily hinted at in the lore and the story at the moment is that Osiris, there is something up with Osiris. He is not acting normal. In fact, Osiris has been extremely manipulative. And on top of this, Savathun's been kind of on the back burner for someone who's supposed to be setting up dominoes each season up to a Witch Queen. If Osiris was really replaced by Savathun, this makes a whole lot of sense, and this is the missing piece that we needed. Also, I'm unsure of what specific piece has this lore card, but there is a lore card that was released this season where Savathun talks about living in the last city disguised as a human, and that she's basically barely able to contain herself because her worm is like eating at her alive. And honestly, big props to Bungie if this does end up coming true. This would be something that I would never suspect. But at the same time, if you go back and look at the hints, this makes sense. Next up, they go on to state that for Season 15, it's going to be called Season of the Lost. Mara Sov will return, which we do know she's returning at some point. The Dreaming City will get its conclusion, which from where the story's heading, we know that the Dreaming City will indeed get a conclusion. And it will be revolving around Taken and Scorn, which again is already infesting the Dreaming City. The biggest and probably most questionable part about this leak that we know is that they go on to state that for the Bungie 30th anniversary, which is this year, there will be a buyable pack between 15 and 16. I don't know if that's in reference to silver prices or the seasons, but they state that Bungie wants to have a Halo Combat Evolved Magnum in this pack. They also want to have a dungeon with a unique exotic. There will be a vaulting of some D1 content, many many exotic quests, weapons, armors, celebrating Bungie. They also are going to do some Halo and Marathon tie-ins, and it kind of looks like there's more, but it's cut off because of the screenshot. The reason why I note this as the most questionable part of the leak is generally in previous Bungie anniversaries, they mainly just do, oh, here's a emblem or something very minor. For the 30th anniversary, this is a lot of content, and I mean a lot. So it does make me question this leak. Next up, they go on to state that there will be some updates to how stasis crystals work to make them easier to break. Not sure what that's about. They then go on to state that the 5th brand new element coming to the game, aka the 2nd darkness subclass, opposite system. It'll be a vapor element, and it'll do damage over time, type B, think Thorn. So it'll be like a Thorn type corruption subclass, which definitely makes sense that would be the next subclass type, because that has been hinted at the moment. I know I said I wouldn't discuss things that are already been discussed, but I just wanted to talk about this one because I thought it was kind of funny. They state that on the cutting of supers, they state that it's never even been discussed in-house, and that Luke Smith pulled it out of his ass for that interview, and that the reality probably is that subclass is 3.0, where all the perks are aspects and fragments, which would make sense and would make the least amount of people angry. They state that during Season 15, they want to put the Trials of the 9 weapons into the Prophecy dungeon with random rolls, which would be nice and sounds like that's something that they would do. They then go on to state that the Dreaming City and Pit of Heresy weapons will be getting reprised during Season 15, which we kind of already got that in Season 13, and I think the reason why we got it so early is because Bungie got concerned with the backlash they were getting towards the sunsetting of Dreaming City and Moon weapons, and so they fast-tracked to get us this during Season 13. However, if this leak was fake, I don't know why would this person put that in there. Adds on to the validity of this leak. They go on to state the 3 years post Lightfall DLC is codenamed Sunspot. I don't really got anything to add on to that. They state that an anti-cheat upgrade is not during Season 13, and we definitely haven't seen it during Season 14, but it's definitely in the works for this year, so I'd assume Season 15. They say in regards to Vault of Glass, there will be wyverns. The Gorgons have 12 times the health because of how much more powerful we are. There will be no more auto-starting for encounters. They're all manual triggers now. There will be a new ship, which we know about. There will be no Timebreaker Sparrow, no Chatterwhite. Mythoclast will come with 6 Vault of Glass weapons, which we also know to be true. And they say full day and it cuts off, but the Vault of Glass stuff is correct. They didn't go on to state that for this season, Season 14, the Solstice armor is clean and not cracked, which I can confirm to be true because I've seen the Solstice armor models, and they are definitely clean and not cracked. We'll go over some more Season 14 leaks either next week or so. But yeah, for the screenshot that we're able to view, that is pretty much all for now. There's a potential that in the near future we could see more parts of this document coming out. Like I said, there is a huge chance this is real just because of the date. It has been verified. Like I said, April 24th is the earliest date that we know of this circulating in the public. And it has a lot of things 100% correct about Season 14. Other than the Bungie 30th anniversary thing, this leak has a lot of validity to it, and I'm interested to know what else is on the rest of this document, because most of this is like Season 13 stuff. So there's, I'm interested. I hope we get to see it soon. Anyways, this was Ace Trainer John. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give a like. If you want to keep up to date on this type of stuff, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. On Monday, we should be going over everything confirmed for Vault of Glass, like triumphs, weapons, etc. But anyways, I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.